Beautiful things about New Orleans is our appreciation for different cultures. And in the past 2 decades, the Latino population has exploded in New Orleans. Hugo Montero has been in New Orleans since the 80s and eventually felt called to create a space to celebrate and share his Latin culture with everyone in the city. We went over to his restaurant Casa Borrega on Aretha Castle Haley Boulevard and found that his love for community is what keeps him going. Hugo Montero was once one of the people who thought New Orleans needed more authentic Mexican food.
As a Mexican, if I go to a Mexican place and I don't see enchiladas de mole or chile rellenos, well, I will be a little bit disappointed. I'm not criticizing. It's just the fact that you're talking about the number 2 dishes in Mexico.
But Montero's not one for complaining. He's about solutions, and his solution was Casa Borrega. He opened the restaurant on Aretha Castle Haley back in 2013.
My family is not from a restaurant field. I never worked in a restaurant in my life.
Montero grew up in Mexico City and wanted to share the delicious dishes his mom and grandma had made in the kitchen his entire life. He came to New Orleans to attend Tulane University in 1989, and for most of his life, Montero was an artist, but he wanted to do something he felt would contribute to New Orleans even more.
I felt the need of the community to have something more substantial, like a business, like in a small business.
He opened Casa Borrega and fell in love with a new art.
I've been traveling all over the world, and food and the service industry is just an art. It's just like painting, it's just like music, it's just like, and especially here in New Orleans.
The Latino population exploded in New Orleans after Katrina, and Montero wanted to create a space in New Orleans to celebrate Latin culture.
Felt that the Latin connection wasn't right, so I created Casa Borrega as a way to show the dignified culture that we have.
Montero is proud of the space he's created, but the journey's had its challenges. First, he's still battling people's perception of Mexican food. People think Mexican food and think cheap. And his Mexico City menu is different from the Tex-Mex that people are more familiar with. Another challenge is location. A lot of the businesses that popped up over the past several years to attract people to Aretha Castle Haley Boulevard have already closed. And then Montero's also dealing with the labor shortage in the hospitality industry. He's had to cut his hours and his menus to get by.
It has been a job of blood, sweat, and tears, and more. More blood. More blood.
Despite the challenges, Montero loves his culture and wants to continue using Casa Borrega to share and celebrate it.
And we represent one of those fun cultures. Margaritas, the fiesta, you know, the dancing, the family, the color. You know, it makes me very, 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 very happy to run Borrega. And Casa Borrega is located at 1719 Aretha Castle Haley Boulevard. They are only open for dinner Tuesdays through Saturdays right now from 6 to 10. And if you were wondering, in Spanish, Borrega is a lamb. It's actually an animal of good luck.
And that is a fun restaurant to go to. I like it. And not only is the food good, but the atmosphere is just so cool.
The atmosphere is great, and he wanted to capture that spirit of Mexico City, which I think he did such a great job of.
He did a good job. Yeah. And he's one of a number of restaurants that, you know, were opening up on Aretha Castle Haley when it got to be, you know, when they were pouring money into it, making it kind of a hub. And
a lot of those have since closed,
yeah,
though.
it's been tough.
Yeah.